You ever just have one of those nights where you can't get to sleep because you're contemplating how the Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline possibly makes sense, because it doesn't? Of course you didn't, because it all made sense. It all made sense. They didn't fox it, like they understood what they were doing and everything made sense. Up until this year, when Spider-Man Homecoming came out, and with one simple 5-minute intro, Sony managed to mess everything up. Now you guys know what I'm talking about. During the flashback sequence, when we see that the Avengers event happened, and of course, the incident, as it's called, is flashed back to, we see everything is playing out as normal. And then we're told that Spider-Man Homecoming takes place 8 years after that. Well, even Ray Charles watching this movie could tell you that something is off, considering that there is no way that it's 8 years from the time Avengers happened, which takes place a few years after Iron Man 1. So we were all left scratching our heads, confused, and wondering now, what have they done? Well, Kevin Feige, the man in charge of Marvel Studios, addresses this issue. So this is what was asked. Spider-Man Homecoming had some ramifications in the MCU continuity in the form of the 8 years later moment. This has created debate with fans over what the timeline really is. Everything seemed linear previously. You had Iron Man 3 in 2013, Captain America Civil War in 2016. How does this all work out timeline-wise? And this is what Kevin Feige had to say, and I quote, "All of the debate has encouraged us. We are going to be publishing an official, and I am not sure when or in what form, of an official timeline. It'll probably be a part of, a part of any print that you can fold out and look at. But suffice to say, only in a limited case do we ever actually say what the actual years are, because we never want to be tied down to a particular year. And I think people assume that whatever the movie's released is when the movie's taking place. And that is not the case. So there we go. Honestly, that's a lot to unpack, because that's kind of what we've been conditioned to think. But honestly, I'm really excited to see when they publish this timeline and what form and when we're going to get it. And my assumption is right now that they're going to pack this in with the Phase 3 box. It would make a lot of sense. It's going to be packed in, Avengers 4 ending everything. And they pack it in with that. You get one timeline, explains to you every movie up until that point, and then they can start moving forward. And once Phase 4 is done, they release a timeline with that, it's a continuation, and just make things simple. So honestly, I'm excited, but damn it, Spider-Man, you messed the timeline up. You foxed it up. And all it took was 5 minutes. But it's not even really a big deal, but whatever.